Hello, welcome to this update. So, the tropics are very busy parts of the Western Pacific and the Indian Ocean. So, let's see, there's Tropical Storm Trami there in the Philippines. So, it's there dumping a lot of heavy rain and flooding like we've been expecting. And there are three more areas to watch. There's 97W in orange. It might also develop into something, but you'll probably stay away from land. And there's 98W2 that we'll check in a minute. And then there's 98B that will likely hit India and maybe Bangladesh, but especially northeastern India. And those are the main threats, like Tropical Storm Trami and 98B. So let's see here. Here's Tropical Storm Trami. So this is the GFS. It's on the Philippines now. You can see here all that heavy rain, and there's like the water vapor below here. So this the GFS. It does show this exits the Philippines, passes south of Hainan, and maybe makes landfall in Vietnam as a weak tropical storm, but very weak. But it still shows as it makes its way to Vietnam. You see all that green there in the bottom right corner. That's all like moisture precipitation. So even when this gets to like Laos and Vietnam, there'll be a lot of heavy rain from this there. So yeah, there's also the European for the system. So you can see all the heavy rain there now in the first image, and then it goes there, exits the Philippines, and it does show it approaching like China and Vietnam there with a lot of moisture too. So here, be aware, this is the 6C European. Let's see if there's the 0C, maybe. Wait, here. So here we can see a little bit further, but not even does this the 6C. Let's see if the 0Z goes further. So it doesn't work. So let's see the Canadian. Bye. So here, there's the Canadian too. It shows it there in the Philippines, but the Canadian has half of the moisture going to Taiwan and the southern islands of Japan, and it has the actual cyclone going to the South China Sea, but it curves it back towards the Philippines. So the Canadians doing some pretty strange stuff. It's taking the cyclone to the South China Sea and curving it back towards the Philippines. So if this happens, it will be a double strike for the Philippines. So we'll watch that, but you probably just head away into the South China Sea. There's the European model, the 0C now. It shows there, and then it shows it strengthening a lot. You see it gets really dark there, and then it shows it going towards Vietnam there. And then it shows the low pressure actually going to the ocean again and lingering in the South China Sea. But it might be kind of strong and dump some very heavy rains there in Vietnam, so and Laos too in those areas. So this is a potential flood threat. So there's the icon too, shows that the storm there now goes, and it has it going to the South China Sea as a very strong typhoon, and then but it doesn't go towards Vietnam. There'll be rain there, but it actually curves it towards the Philippines again. So wait, I'm not sure I'm going the right direction. So it goes towards like Hainan and then curves back into China. So not the Philippines, it goes back into China. So we'll watch that. There's the Navgen too. It has the system there. Then it goes towards southern China, Hainan, and Vietnam, but it doesn't go further north into China. So yeah, be aware those areas, but especially in the Philippines now with all the heavy rain and everything. But be watching this, especially in Hainan and in Vietnam too, for the heavy rain this might bring. So there are the other systems here, like the GFS shows the other invest there. It develops and goes towards like Guam as a tropical storm. Shows some very heavy rain around Guam, part of the Mariana Islands, on October 25th. Then this goes and becomes a typhoon. The GFS is really crazy with this strength, so don't mind that. But it passes close to Japan and goes away there. So that will be the next system. Shows that doesn't show the third disturbance developing, but it does have some more stuff in the South China Sea later, and even some stuff in Malaysia by November 3rd to watch and other areas. So there's the Canadian further out as well. It has a going there, and it does develop the second system, passes through Guam with a very heavy rain, and goes slightly into Japan. It has this going through eastern Japan there, the Canadian model. There's the European, shows the tropical storm in the Philippines and goes towards Vietnam, and it also develops the second system, but not very strong, passing near San Jose and Guam there, and then it goes north and passes near eastern Japan too, but not as strong. So yeah, there's the icon as well, the storm there in the Philippines. Then it does bring the moisture up towards the Mariana Islands and kind of develops, yes, but remains further away from Japan. So yeah, be careful those areas, especially now in the Philippines with this system now. So currently there are some wind gusts in the Philippines, more than 79 to 80 km/h gusts. So this storm is right in front of you, like in the eastern part of the Philippines it's worse, and then close to 90 km/h gusts in some areas. Then you keep going, show still strong gusts near south central Philippines, but shows so this is now. There are already some gusty winds near Calayan in the northern Philippines, but as this comes, it shows those winds increase a lot in Basco, more than 100 km/h gusts in Calayan. Shows all the coast of the northern Philippines some very strong winds, so be careful. This is Wednesday afternoon, tomorrow. This keeps going, increases to 102 in Basco and Calayan, 199 km/h gusts. This passes there. Shows some parts of the western Philippines near those areas here, like Bagac, Morong, more than 103 km/h gusts, in Manila there, more than 92 km/h gusts. It shows some very strong gusts all through the north central Philippines. Central Philippines, still some gusty winds, some larger waves. As this passes there, this is Thursday, right? This keeps going, still some very strong winds. Right on the immediate coast of the western Philippines, has more than 114 km/h gusts. And then this goes there in South China Sea. And the European model has, like in the island Hong Sa. If you are in the Hong Sa, if you are in that island, please be on high alert for this. The European model is more than 133 km/h gusts, all the way to 145 km/h gusts passing by there for Friday into Saturday. And then it has this going just south of Hainan, but some very strong winds there too. And then it has it approaching Vietnam, already some more than 80 km/h gusts on Sunday morning and Saturday night. And then it has this approaching more the coast of Vietnam, but dying out. You can see it weakens, but right on the coast it shows more than 122 km/h gusts in eastern Vietnam, and like in many areas central eastern Vietnam, even to Laos, some higher gusts. And then this goes kind of lingers there, and yeah, so please be careful those areas. There's the GFS, shows it on the Philippines today. Today is already Wednesday in the Philippines, October 23rd. Shows 95 km/h gusts there. Shows this goes there. Northern Philippines, those very strong winds. Later today into Thursday, shows it goes to the South China Sea, strengthens a little bit, passes near Hong Sa, close to 100 km/h gusts. And then it passes through Hainan there. It has like more than 104, 111, all the way to 116 km/h gusts on Saturday. And then it kind of weakens into Vietnam. There's the icon too. So this is now. It already shows more than 100 km/h gusts in the northern Philippines now. and some islands there, so it's already kicking those winds a lot. So more than 99 to 100 km per gust in the eastern central Philippines too, and then it goes. Those winds stay strong in the central Philippines, close to 90 km per gust in some areas, like for the rest of today, Wednesday, and others. And it has the northern Philippines more than 117 km per gust, Basco in some other areas. And then it goes, increases temporarily in Calawan, more than 103 km per gust, and it has in the northwesternmost Philippines more than 139 km per gust. It has near Lipa City some very strong winds in other parts of the western Philippines, so be careful there. It goes, but it does show temporarily right before this exits the Philippines. The icon does show more than 144 km per gust near Atok. And then still shows some very strong winds parts of the northern Philippines. And then even in Taiwan and China, shows some very strong winds in Taiwan and between the seas in China there. So be aware there too. And then this goes into the South China Sea. The icon strengthens this a lot. Shows more than 130 km per gust in Haong Sa, increases to 159 km per gust there, and then passes south of Hainan, so shows more than 100 km per gust in Hainan, and then might, and then it has it curving back towards the Philippines, so or just lingering there and heading towards China. So yeah, we'll monitor that. But now, where is it? So now, this is the next day. So until Thursday morning, the European model has already more than 100 millimeters parts of the northern Philippines, more than 135 parts of northeastern Philippines, the western Philippines more too, southern Philippines kind of quiet, central Philippines might be some spots, southwestern Philippines with more parts of southwestern Philippines there, but northwestern Philippines a lot. And the next 2 days until Friday morning, alright, this passes through the Philippines, shows more than 400 millimeters there, four of almost 500, Manila closer to 200, and like 200 in some other areas. Further north, 200 millimeters, parts of Northern Island. And most of the Northern Islands above 70 millimeters, some spots of 50 or 60, but generally like more than 100, 200 millimeters in the Northern Islands. So please be careful. Those northernmost islands there were 116, 107 millimeters. So please stay safe there. Show some more the southwestern Philippines too until Friday. But these areas here, according to this model, could get some very life-threatening flooding there in the central northern Philippines. So please be careful. And then until next Sunday, next 5 days, already shows more. A similar thing, 400 there, shows some more the southwestern Philippines next 5 days, and in the South China Sea there. But the real deal is also in Vietnam. So it has this approach in Vietnam on Saturday, I think so. Yes, like in Sunday morning, late Saturday to Sunday. The European model area has more than 400 millimeters in central Vietnam. This will cause some very significant flooding too. It has in easternmost Laos more than 200 millimeters, 193, let's see, 184 millimeters. So this could cause some significant flooding in Vietnam. And if I put this further out, it might leave more flooding in eastern Laos too, more parts of Laos. But the European has this curve. It has it going to Vietnam and curving back towards China. So you can clearly see here this dark line of red. It goes towards Vietnam and curves back towards China. So this is a very crazy model run, because until the 31st of October, the European model has more than 600 millimeters in Vietnam, 700 millimeters, and in southern China has more than like 683 millimeters until the 31st. So that's a lot. So we really need to monitor if this turns back to China or stays in Vietnam. But please stay safe in Vietnam and Laos. The GFS next 5 days has it further north into Vietnam, so it has more than 200 millimeters further north into Vietnam, and then later until the 31st, it does stay in Vietnam. It doesn't go towards China. It's more than 200 millimeters parts of central Vietnam there until the 31st. There's the icon. So the icon's a little bit slower. So if I put this until the 28th, the icon still, because it doesn't take this completely towards Vietnam. It has close to 100 millimeters in the coast, but it's many states in China there, more than 400 millimeters, there parts of China. So the icon has different ideas, but the Canadian has like this goes there in the South China Sea, but the Canadian takes this back into the Philippines. It doesn't go towards Vietnam. So as you can see the accumulation, the Canadian takes this back into the Philippines, and it has some more flooding parts of Taiwan and the southern islands of Japan as well. So yeah, please be aware there. And let's see here. So there's also, this doesn't have precipitation. So yeah, please stay safe there, especially in the Philippines now, and in Vietnam later if this does go towards you, because still might go towards China instead of Vietnam. But please stay safe there. This is the current satellite. It already shows all that very heavy convection in the eastern Philippines, so there might be already some flooding and some dangerous storm surge and strong winds occurring there. So please stay safe now there and in the other areas. So we also monitor these other areas here. This orange area could affect Guam or even the yellow area with very heavy rain, and then might curve towards Japan. And just like it shows the accumulation, in the next 5 days the Mariana Islands only shows 40 millimeters in Guam, 48 millimeters San Jose. It has the worst in the northern Mariana Islands. Like, these islands are probably not populated because I don't see anything here, but there's like a sea here too, so if you are in those islands, be aware. But this is the European. The GFS is passing more close to Guam, like has more than 100 millimeters in Guam, and in some other islands the excess has a little bit further north, but it has 75 millimeters in Guam, and there's the icon still with 48 millimeters in Guam. But nonetheless, be aware of some heavy rain, some storms as this passes near you there, because there's the disturbance there. You will start forming, might be some more storms in Guam, San Jose, those areas. So please be aware. There's the system in India now. So let's see here. So does show the disturbance there. This is the Navchan. It shows it there in the Bay of Bengal. Then the Navchan takes this all the way into a 976 millibar cyclone. So this will be like a moderate to strong cyclone hitting eastern India on like Friday. This will be like late Thursday into Friday in eastern India there. So yeah, there's the European model too. It has the disturbance there, and then it only goes down to like tropical storm strength. So the European, just as a tropical storm is striking eastern India, but still if it's a tropical storm, there already be dangerous winds, especially flooding and heavy rain from this, and some storm surge. There's the Canadian model there. It goes and strengthens the system to a category 1 cyclone, I think, but due to very tight isobars, so there will be some strong winds and heavy rain into eastern India there. And then it has the GFS too. There's a disturbance there. The GFS does strengthen this to a 9A cyclone, so there will be a moderate cyclone, like category 1 still, but has a stronger system into northeastern India. So please be careful there. Then I'll show you the icon. So the icon has the system there. It goes and strengthens to like category 1 cyclone to eastern India too. So please stay safe there with those systems. Let's see. The hurricane models, I don't think they have. The HEFS-A has 98B, so this is the disturbance there. This hurricane model has this going all the way down to 969 millibar cyclone. This will be a very strong cyclone already, category 2 to category 3 in eastern India, so this might cause more problems there. This hurricane model might be too strong or it might be right, because many times these models get it right. So just be aware in eastern India there. You might have all the way from a tropical storm to a strong cyclone striking your area. Northeastern India, close to Bangladesh, but this stretch there of northeastern India. So I would put the risk zone in this whole area here, especially this area here, northeastern coast there of eastern India. So please make some preparations there and stay safe in those areas. So there's the rainfall. The European does show more than 199 millimeters, close to 200 millimeters, as this makes landfall northeastern India there. And it has further into India some 100 to 39 millimeters, but where this makes landfall near Paradeep, Kujang, in some areas, it shows more than 196, close to 200 millimeters in those areas. So please stay safe there. Some other areas might have some more intense storms too in all those colored areas, so be careful. The GFS is further north, closer to Bangladesh. The GFS is more than 243 millimeters near like Kontai and some areas. If you zoom in further, you can see that the GFS is more than 344 millimeters. So this will cause some significant problems there. But the GFS is the furthest north model. The other models are showing it a little bit further south near Paradeep and some other areas. But please stay safe. If this happens, it will also affect southwestern Bangladesh, so be aware there too. And the icon is a little bit further south, and it has a lot of rain in all those areas. Uh, all that northeastern coast there, a lot of rain, but I think the actual landfall might be south, just south of Paradeep, near like Gop, Konark, and some other areas. The icon is more than 300 millimeters as this makes landfall. This will cause a lot of flooding there, especially those rivers, as you can see here, might cause more overflowing, river flooding, so please be careful. Some storm surge from this system might cause some coastal flooding too, and some gusty winds, so please stay safe in those areas. So here, there's the Canadian model too, shows as this goes there, yes, on the immediate coast, close to like 300 millimeters, 200 millimeters on the immediate coast there. So please stay safe with this system. There's the wind gusts, it's still a little bit further out to know that, but we can get a good picture. So the icon has some strong winds coming to the eastern coast of India as early as Thursday night. Thursday evening has more than some 84 km per gusts, and it has like further into landfall. It has more than like 93 to 100 km per gust, but most like 80 to 90 km per gust per parts of eastern India near Paradeep, Puri, Konark, Kang, Bali, and some other areas. So please be careful with this wind and the storm surge might cause. And it shows increasing to 93 kilometers per hour, even 100 kilometers per hour gusts in some other areas there. So please stay safe. This kind of goes and dissipates. There's the European model. It goes there. It has some strong winds southwestern Bangladesh too, so it has a very big wind field. So it shows more than some 70 to 80 kilometers per gust southern Bangladesh. Those parishes northeastern India, more than some 90 km per gust, and then it has the landfall there. It doesn't have nothing crazy a landfall, but it does have some gusty winds too, especially if the eye wall moves over you. There's the GFS. It has this further north and stronger. It has close to like some 85 km per gust to 89, but it depends on the sustained winds this system might have. The gusts will be different, because if this is like a tropical storm or weak cyclone with some 90 km per hour sustained winds, then the gusts will be higher. But yeah, just stay safe and warn others in those areas there. So yeah, let's see. There's the European model too. For the rest of southern Asia here, it has more in northern Myanmar, so 54 millimeters, 74 in other parts of northeastern India, so still a little bit heavier downpours northeastern India, some rain in Bhutan, especially southern India where those tropical rains are, so more than 84 to 86 millimeters southern India. Next 5 days, the Langchip Islands, some more tropical downpours too. So be aware. Still the Nicobar Islands and parts of the Andaman Islands, some heavier downpours. Southern Thailand, parts of Malaysia, some showers. Northeastern Malaysia show more than 88 millimeters. Parts of Indonesia are quite quiet, but does show some spots of rain. Maybe some afternoon storm, especially in southern Sumatra. So be aware in those areas. And some parts of northern Malaysia and Brunei, a little bit of more rain. So be careful, stay safe in those areas there. And there's also that big front in Japan there developing, shows a lot of storms there. And yeah, it crosses Japan, kind of goes into eastern Russia with a lot of rain and snow. We might do another video for the winter weather in Eastern Asia, so stay tuned for that today or tomorrow. But just be aware in parts of North Korea, some snow too, more snow to northeastern China, and those storms in Japan, especially Wednesday morning to Wednesday afternoon, showing some heavy rain south central Japan there. So just be aware. And when this goes to southeastern Russia, be careful with the rain and snow too, and the wind. So yeah, this mainly it. Stay safe from this